Now I'm going to show you how to do a worked example of the exercise, and this is showing you how to identify the landmarks and then use the bearings given to calculate where the lost hikers are, or the location of interest anyway. And then we'll go through how to read off the UTM coordinates for that site. All right, so the first question here says that there's hikers on a northeast trending ridge, and then there's another northeast trending ridge that they're going to take bearings off of. So if we look at the topography, we can see that there's a ridge that kind of goes from here up through here and over to here. And then there's a second ridge to the north here that goes like this. So the first point that they take a bearing on is, they say it's to a ridge north of them, so it must be this ridge here. And it's the easternmost peak, so it's this one here, presumably. Now, if we take a bearing from that, we'll take our protractor. This is a Douglas protractor, but any protractor will work. We want to line up it to make sure north is up, so we're lining it up with the UTM grid. And then we measure around. They said it was at 22 degrees. So we go to 22, put a little mark. This is on the desk, but it's okay. We'll just hold our paper and make sure it's nice and tight. And then we use a longer edge, and we want to just put it such that, draw a line such that it's covering the ridge. So we should have most area. The area in which the hikers are is going to be somewhere in there. So we're covering the ridge that is blanketed by the Alle claims. Now the second part, they say, is the westmost peak. So it must be this one here. And they are 296 degrees on that. So if we line these up, we go over here, 290, so 270 is due west, 280, 290, and 296. We'll put a little mark again, and use my longer edge, and then past that, a line that goes through that point that is at 296 degrees, through the landmark, which is our peak, and then where it crosses is where our hikers are. So our hikers are here. Now all we have to do is read off the UTM. So what we do is we measure it. So if we measure across one UTM, it's 19 millimeters, and that is equal to 1 kilometer. And you can tell that both by the scale that is at the bottom of the scale that is within the title block here. Or we can just look at the scale in the top. So there's actual UTM numbers on each of the on each of the top of the map. So you can look at your PDF and zoom in a little bit more if you want to see that in more detail. So what we do first is we're going east. So we measure 4 millimeters to where we have that cross. And what I'll do, so it is, what we have to type in is 4 divided by 19. So that is the ratio between the amount that we're measuring over and then the interval, which is 1,000 meters, and then multiply it by 1,000 meters. And then this gives us the distance in meters. So we're 210 meters east of this line here. This line is 422000. So that means our easting is 422210. Now our northing, we do very similarly. We measure up from this line here, which is 6721000, and it is also 4 millimeters up. So similar to before, we do 4 divided by 19 times 1,000. And this time, again, it is 210 or about 211. And this time we are measuring it up from 6, 7. So it's 6, 7, 2, 1 to 10. So that's our our end UTM coordinate of where our hikers are is 422,210 east and 6721210 north. And that's how you use landmarks and bearings to triangulate a position, and then how you read in terms of UTMs that position off the map.